Today was a Diablo IV campfire chat or dev talk. We're going to go over the keynotes that were added today, mostly things that pertain to the PTR and the upcoming Season 4 patch that's coming. So let's just dive right into it, make this real quick, because we got patch notes video to go through, and that one's long. Anyway, today they did a presentation. It was about an hour and a half long, something like that. It wasn't super long, but it got to the point on a lot of subjects. So what we have to start with, PTR Lessons. In-game survivability issues. We were having some problems on the PTR apparently with things that were one-shotting us. Hard to balance top-end survivability, variability, and player defensiveness at high. Armor is confusing. Some stats can get very high, allowing for crazy things. We like crazy things, but have to take computer performance into account, so you can't have a billion things happening on your screen and lagging people out. For you Diablo 2 players, you remember Zoomancers back in the day. Same gist, right? Same gist. So anyway, they're having some issues right now. It's going to be kind of scary to play hardcore, to be honest with you. I don't know. I didn't play much PTR. I like to keep that for, I didn't want to really like spoil myself too much. But what I did play the PTR, of course, we played a softcore character. It doesn't make any sense to play a hardcore character on PTR, but we ended up making a softcore character and dying quite a bit in Helltides to the Blood Maiden and whatnot. Granted, we weren't min-maxing our character or anything, but still, it's going to be a little terrifying for hardcore this season, especially with no death potions as well. So this should be fun. So, in them discussing the armor, in Season 3, this is what armor used to be. This is what we're used to seeing what armor is in essence, what it is. So in Season 3, it was just physical damage mitigation, physical resistance cap of 85% once you hit the number that you needed to hit. The amount of armor you need to be at the 85% cap is based on the level of the monster that you're fighting. Example of that, if you're fighting a level 50 monster, you need 5265 armor to hit that cap. If you're fighting a level 150 monster, you need nearly 13,000. I think the overall cap for the hardest content in the game was what? 14,000 or something like that. I could be wrong. I didn't play much after I got everything done in Season 3. I just kind of went and started playing other things, but this is it was kind of boring. Players never know when they're done with armor. It was a hidden system. They don't like that. So now what they're doing with Season 4 armor, it's the same as Season 3. Physical damage is mitigated. Physical resistance cap still 85%. You still need escalating amounts of armor as monster levels get higher. But now the armor caps when fighting level 100 monsters. So once you get to 9230, you are finished with armor. That's all you need is almost 10k. So that's a number to keep in mind. But I mean, what this means is if your armor now caps when fighting level 100 monsters, everything above that's about to slap you, I would guess. I mean, we'll see how it pans out, but that's the wording that I got from this. So if you're fighting level 150 monsters and you're capped at 100 armor, level 100 monster armor, that's going to be kind of rough. Anyway, stat caps they went over. New stat caps. Or new caps. Cooldown reduction cap is at 75%. They increased area size cap. A lot of people in chat were mad about this, but I think it's a good thing because they showed a comparison video. I wish I would have caught some of that, but basically it compared what happened on the PTR with Dust Devils to what they have now. It needed it. It needed it, all right? It needed it. Cooldown reduction cap is only from gear. You can still get cooldown resets or additional cooldown reduction from other sources like skill trees. So that's another good one. I mean, getting at 75% cooldown reduction cap is going to be, well, I don't know. With the way the items roll now, who knows if it's easier or harder. Balance updates. There's been lots of balance changes based on feedback. Changes due to combat readability And to balance player power, fewer Dust Devils, fewer fractured Winter Glass Frozen Orbs. So if you didn't see that, Frozen Orbs could proc more Frozen Orbs, so you just had Frozen Orbs. It's really cool, though. I mean, I think it was neat. Still going to spawn a lot, just not a crazy amount. Fortified damage reduction increased from 10% to 15%. I really wish this would be something like 25% or even 30%. Not even kidding. Like, double it. Damage reduction is really hard to find now. It's like one of those chasing affixes, it seems. But make Fortify worth it. I mean, maybe the 15% it's going to be worth it to an extent, but I'm thinking more on the lines of what we got in last Epoch with, what's it called, Endurance. Like how good that was compared to what we get with Fortify. Yeah, I would double it. Not even kidding. Many tempering affix updates. Druid Wolves. The health has been increased by 200% and the respawn rate reduced by 50%. A lot of people want a Druid Companion build to work right. It's not quite there yet. This is their answer to that. Or this is their step one answer to that. We got to showcase a new unique Scoundrel's Kiss. So they showcase this off too a little bit. So what you get with this ring, obviously your resistance. You get attack speed for 4 seconds after dodging an attack. You get crit strike chance, good. You get imbuement cooldown reduction, good. You get +3 to rapid fire. And what it does with rapid fire, instead of rapid fire shooting a straight shot, it fires off like a mortar. Like it has an arc to it. And when it lands, it just starts boom, 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 boom. Really cool stuff, but honestly, as excited as I am for Season 4, it's very reminiscent of Diablo 3, and I kind of don't like that. But it is neat. I can't lie. So they had some bug fixes, many bug fixes. Druid's Hurricane was incorrectly scaling damage. Evan Piercer's extra missiles incorrectly had a lucky hit chance, fixed an issue where Flame Weaver was able to split a firebolt multiple times if the flame walls were stacked on top of one another. So you could flame wall, shoot a firebolt through it, splits into 3, splits into however many. 9 at that point. Kind of cool. Still discovering and working on some fixes. PTR Lessons. Cinder Drop rebalancing. The issue was gathered feedback revealed cinder drop rates felt slower than expected. They iterate on drop percentage to hit closer to expectations and increase cinder drops. Bing, bing. Okay. Baneful Heart drops inconsistent. Issue was bad luck results in inconsistent Baneful Heart drops. Solution, iterate on drops, bad luck. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. Use your Baneful Hearts when you get them. If you don't know what Baneful Hearts are, it's a new thing in Helltide. There's these like cauldrons. You put Baneful Hearts in, and it spawns big baddie, kill big baddie, get big loot. Blood Maiden. PTR Lessons. Again, Blood Maiden rewards and improvements. Issue summoning contribution. Bonus rewards was unnoticed. So if you don't know, the way they did a lot of the things here was if you contributed to something, you got more loot. So you leechers out there, sorry, but you don't get as much as the people that put in the work. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. And last but not least, Doomsayer Chest of Doomsaying variants now just explode into the premium loot directly. Reduce channel time to open tortured gifts from 3 seconds to 1.5. So yeah, now you can just bust open your gifts. Okay, so that was what we got in the dev chat today. Now what I'm about to go over, and I'm making a separate video for this because it's long, like very long. There is a lot of stuff right here. This is the actual patch. This is 1.4.0. I mean, I'll just scroll down and you can kind of get a gist of it. So we kind of touched on this on the PTR when PTR was released, but we didn't dive into it because it was so much stuff and I knew things were going to get changed. So as you can see, all the red wording is the changes, but since we haven't dove deep into it, detailed, we're going to detail dive into this next video, and it's going to be long. Like, It's going to be long. So anyway, look forward to that. Hopefully everyone is hyped up for Season 4. Diablo 3, or I'm sorry, D4. Well, it kind of starting to feel like a little bit D3, huh? Getting some good news, though. Getting some good news on the horizon here. I'm really excited for Season 4. Hopefully you guys and gals are. I'm going to get started on making this patch video right now. Y'all take care. We'll see what happens.